press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Next, nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. Title is Nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. So in Latin language, all the digit as given Latin names. All the digit as given Latin names to name systematically the atomic number greater than 100 by using the Latin words. Latin words ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ನೇಮ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ அதை ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ IUM ನ last 3 letter is been added for the systematic name of elements with atomic number greater than 100. In this systematic name, the Latin word root for various digit. Latin words first. Latin words and digit, Latin word, for that abbreviations. So what are the digit? If it is a 0 digit, for that the Latin word is nil. For 0 digit, the Latin word is nil. For that abbreviation is small n. If it is 1, the Latin word is 1. For that abbreviation is capital U. For 2, 3, 4 and 5. For 2 it is by. The abbreviation is B. Then 3 it is tri. Abbreviation is T. 4 it is quad. Abbreviation Q. Abbreviation is Q. 6 it is Latin word pent. Abbreviation is small p. You note it, every digit has its own Latin name. By seeing the atomic number, each digit named according to the Latin word, then the last 3 letters IUM. For examples, I will give you 105. 1 is indicated by 1. 105. 0 is indicated by nil, unnil. 5 means 5 it is a pen, unnil pen. Last 3 letters IUM, unnil pentium. In this way, systematic name is derived by using Latin words for each digit. Now we have seen for 6 digit. Another 4 digit is for 6, 7, 8 and 9. For 6 it is H, abbreviation H. 7 it is SEPT, abbreviation S. 8 it is ART, abbreviation is O, and 9 is N, ENN, abbreviation is E. So these are the Latin words for each digit for systematic naming the elements with atomic number greater than 100. We will see one by one the name of the each element with atomic number greater than 100. We will start with 100. 100 in the start ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ systematic name Latin words na use ಮಾಡಿ how it is been named. The last 3 letters you remember IUM. For other digit name is available in the tabular column. You follow them, you will get a systematic name. For that IUPAC name also available for some elements. I will write it separately for that. Now atomic number. Atomic number, for that systematic name. Atomic number, for that systematic name, and symbol for that. IUPAC name. After completion of this, I will write the IUPAC name of the some about 10 elements. This complete ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ IUPAC name of 10 elements I will write later. Following now atomic number, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ systematic name, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ symbol ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, abbreviation. The symbol is to be collected from abbreviations. Systematic name for 100. 100 the 1 indicates 1, 0 indicates nil, another 0 is indicates it is for 101. Another nil we have to write it for 100. Greater than 100 we are seeing the systematic name by using the Latin words. 1 nil, another 1 is coming 1. Last 3 letters I told IUM. 1 nil Unniyam. 1 nil Unniyam is the IUPAC name. For 1 it is capital N, 0 it is N, and 1 it is capital it is U, small u, UNU. If it is 102, now we can get little idea about naming the Latin word or systematic name. 1 indicates UN, 0 indicates nil, 2 indicates BI, then UM. Already BI if it is available, no need to write one more IUM. Now for this UN, B is the abbreviation symbol for that. Next you can name it 103. 1 it is 1, 0 it is nil, 3 it is tri and um. Unnil trium. U N T is the abbreviation for that. Next it is 104 UN nil quad. The 4 is indicated by Latin words quad IUM. So it is UNQ is a systematic name according to the Latin words. Next it is 105. 105 के UN, 0 के nil, then 5 के pend, then IUM, unnil pendium, UNP. UNP. I think after these 5 names, you have got idea now. You can give the name for the remaining elements by using the Latin words. Now 106. 1 indicates UN, 0 indicates nil, 6 indicates X, IUM, UNH. Now 107 UN nil, 7 it is a sept, septium, UNS, ENS. Now 108 it is UN nil, 8 indicates oct, octium, unnil actium, UNO, UNO. So now these are the systematic name according Latin words from 101 to 108. Note it. We will go for the other elements next. You have to write the number. This will give 1 mark in the annual examination. The board syllabus is very important for that. One not 9. For 1 it is. You might be popular with this. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. In 0 it is nil and 9 it indicates ENNIUM. The symbol is UNE. 109 it is UNE. Next a small change comes. First is 1, next also 1. So 1, another 1 it is 1 and 0 it is indicates nil, 1 unnil, IUM. There is a 2n, U 1, then U and nil, n. Capital U, small u and n is the symbol for that. Next it is 111. All the 3 numbers are 1, 1, 1. 1. Another 1. Another 1. IUM. First one it is for 1. Second one for another 1. Third one for the next one. 1, 1, 1. IUM. 1, 1, unium. It is U. Next it is 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. It is U1. Another one. 2 it is BI. So 1, BM. So it is UB is the 1, 1, 2. Now 113, it is un. Try, um, it is unt. Suppose if it is 114, one, 4 it is squad, ium, it is uq. 114, 115, 1, for 5 it is pen, ium, then UP is the abbreviation for the 115. So 116, 6 it is X, IUM, so it is UUH. Now up to 120 elements we will write systematic name by using Latin words of all the digit. For that, the IUPAC name for the identified elements, writing after completion of this, you note it up to 116. Still 4 more elements will write. இன்னும் 4 elements இதே type systematic name bariyona. Now you concentrate it, they will give the numbers, you have to write the name in the annual examination. Just 106 or 109 or 110, they will give only the number, you have to write the systematic name by using the Latin words. That gives 1 mark in the annual examination and very important. Now the next it is 117. 117, 1 it is UN, another UN, and 7 it is sept, 7 it is sept, IUM, 117, it is U and S. Now the next it is 118, for 1 it is UN, another one it is UN, 8 it is art, IUM, so it is O is the symbol for the 118. 119. In 119, it is UN, 9 it is N, IUM. IUM is a common for all the elements. Last 3 letters IUM is the common for all. It is U. E is the symbol for that. The last element it is 120, but up to 114 elements we are studying in the periodic table. These are further efforts to identify the new elements in nanograms or in very minute quantity. So for 1 it is UN, 2 it is BI, 0 it is nil, IUM, 1 B nilium, then it is 1 B nilium, it is U, B and N is a systematic name of elements, atomic number greater than 100. So 100 to 120, 101 to 120, we have seen the systematic name. This is not IUPAC name, this is a systematic name based on Latin words of each digit. For 0 nil, for 1 B, bi for 2, tri for 3, quad for 4, pent for 5, x for 6, sept for 7, oct for 8 and n for 9. By using these Latin words, we have written the systematic name for the elements atomic number greater than 100. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Next it is, we will go for the IUPAC name and the IUPAC symbol for the elements up to 101 to 111. 101 to 111. This you note it. Then we will go for the IUPAC name of the elements from 101 to 111. 101 to 101 to 111. Now the first one it is IUPAC official name. IUPAC official name. Next, for that in middle I'll write it. So first we will go for atomic number. Atomic number. Next it is IUPAC name. Next for that symbol. First it is 101. IUPAC name is Mendelevium. Mendelevium. Symbol it is MD. 102 is Nobelium. Nobelium. Symbol it is NO. Third is 103 Lawrencium. 103 Lawrencium. Symbol is LR. 104 Rutherfordium. 104 Rutherfordium. Symbol RF. 105 Dubinium. Dubinium DB. 106 Seaborgium, identified by the scientist Seaborg. Almost all are name of the scientist partially. Seaborgium identified by Seaborg the scientist. SG. Then 107 Bohrium. Bohrium BG. 108 Unilactium. Sorry, Unilactium it is Hassium. Hassium. The symbol is HS. Next it is 109 Meitnerium. Meitnerium. Symbol is MT. The other three elements, two more elements, I will write on the top. 110 it is Darmstadtium. Torm Stadium, the symbol is DS 111. It is rho ingenium. Rho ingenium, the symbol is RG. So these are the 11 elements with IUPAC nomenclature. The IUPAC nomenclature usually given based on the name of the scientist. So majority of the scientist name available in the IUPAC name, but that is a systematic name. The atomic number greater than 100 by using Latin words for each digit. Each digit Latin words use ಮಾಡಿ systematic name is been identified, that is for examination purpose. This IUPAC name, the available in the not IUPAC name based on the name of the scientist. So till now we have seen the nomenclature of the elements with atomic number greater than 100 by using Latin words for each digit. For examples, 105, 1 UN, not nil, 5 pen, last 3 letters IUM, unnil pendium. Like that, you should practice and be ready for the forthcoming examinations. It will be easy once you follow it. It will be very easier then. Now the next it is periodicity. So periodicity means repetition of elements with similar physical and chemical properties arranged in the increasing order of atomic number. Now similar physical properties elements comes under the one group. Similar physical properties and chemical properties repeatedly arranged on the same group in the increasing order of atomic number is called periodicity. So periodicity in properties. Now we have seen classification of elements. After that, periodicity in properties. What are the properties we are going to see now? So what is before that? What is periodicity? It is repetition of elements with physical and chemical properties arranged in the increasing order of atomic number is called periodicity. So say repetition of elements. Repetition of elements with similar physical and or you can call it as only properties. Similar chemical, physical and chemical properties arranged in the increasing order of arranged in the increasing order of atomic number. Arranged in the increasing order of atomic number. So you know what is now periodicity. Arrangement of the elements in the increasing order of atomic number. First point. In each group, elements will be having similar physical and chemical properties. First point, periodicity means repetition of elements. Which elements? Similar physical properties and chemical properties elements. In ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? In the increasing order of atomic number. Increasing order of atomic number basis la similar physical and chemical properties are ittandra then it is arranged in one group. So then, like this, first group will be having similar and chemical properties, third group will be having similar and chemical properties. So periodicity means repetition of elements. Repetition of elements with similar physical or chemical, you write it, or only write properties. Repetition of elements with properties arranged in the increasing order of atomic number is called periodicity. Once again I will repeat, repetition of elements with similar properties. Properties means two properties will come, physical and chemical properties. The element arranged in the increasing order of atomic number is called periodicity. So what are the causes of the periodicity? Due to this, due to reoccurrence of similar elements. Similar elements are arranged in the same group due to availability of similar elements on the same group. With regular intervals produces some properties. That properties we are going to study. That is called periodicity in properties. Periodic properties. What are the periodic properties? What we are going to study? Periodic properties. What are the periodic properties? First one, atomics. First one, it is a atomic size. We can call it as a atomic radius. Second, it is ionization enthalpy. Second, it is ionization enthalpy. It is also called as ionization energy. It can be written as IE or IP. IP means ionization potential, ionization energy, ionization enthalpy. Enthalpy means total heat content. In thermodynamics, the word comes. So then, or ionization potential. Next, first one atomic size. Second is ionization enthalpy. Third is electron affinity. Electron affinity. Third one, it is electron affinity, or it is also called as electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. It is also called as electron gain enthalpy. Next, electronegativity. Electronegativity. And the last, it is a metallic character. Last, it is metallic character. So now, periodic properties. Atomic size, or we can call it as atomic radius. Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy or ionization potential. Electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Electronegativity and metallic character. These are the periodicity properties. We will be studying one by one. First, we will go for the atomic size or atomic radius. Atomic size or the atomic radius. So, what is the periodicity? Repetition of elements with similar properties arranged in the increasing order of atomic number with regular intervals is called periodicity. So atomic radius means, first one, it is atomic radius. Atom means nucleus, first energy level, second energy level, third energy level, and fourth energy level. Then what is atomic radius? Atomic radius is the distance from center of the nucleus. In nucleus what is available? Proton and neutron. Nucleus is having only proton and neutron. In hydrogen gas only proton, no neutrons. Then electrons are available in the circular path or energy levels. What is atomic radius means? It is the distance between center of the nucleus to the outermost electron shell. That is called as atomic radius. That is called as atomic radius. This one is called as atomic radius. So how to define it? Atomic radius is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost orbit electron. Nucleus center ಇಂದ outermost orbit electrons ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ center of the nucleus ಇಂದ if we calculating the distance, that distance is called as atomic radius. But there is a difficulty to find out the atomic radius. There is a difficulty to find out the atomic radius because exact position of electrons is unknown. Exact position of electron is unknown. That's why instead of the atomic radius for single atom ಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು atomic radius calculate ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ bonded atom non bonded atoms two types ಇದೆ. Bonded atom and non bonded atoms. So total nucleus of one atom to nucleus of another atom distance identify ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that can be considered as a atomic radius. ಅದು bonded ಇರಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲ non bonded ಇರಬಹುದು. That's why atomic radius, what is atomic radius definition? Is the distance between the center of the nucleus of an atom to outermost orbital electrons. The atomic radius is the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbital electrons. But this is little difficult to find out the atomic radius. Suppose if you are going for the atomic radius, you know periods. First period means it will be having nucleus first energy level. Suppose if we consider first period is having one electron, or we'll go for second period. Easy to understand. Second period is having how many elements? 8 elements. First period is a very short period. Second and third period is a short period. Fourth and fifth is the long period. Sixth is the longest period. And seventh is the incomplete period. Now, if you take second period means it is having the 2 energy level. Nucleus with the 2 energy level. Nucleus with a 2 energy level. Suppose if we move left to right in the periodic table, what happens to the atomic radius? So this will be having 3 proton, 3 electrons, because atom is neutral. Same number of positive charge, same number of negative charge. Proton is a positive charge, electron is a negative charge. Suppose if we move left to right in the same period. What is the distance considered here? Some 2 picometer. Examples I am giving. And if we move right hand side, what will happen? Here it is having 3 proton, 3 electron. Number of electrons and protons are minimum. Next we will be having 4 proton and 4 electrons. Number of proton and electron is increasing. If proton number and electron number increase ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ increases. Due to nuclear force of attraction increases, the distance ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 picometer ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1.9 picometer distance, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1.8, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1.7. If we move from left to right in the period, what happens to the atomic radius? It goes on decreasing. It goes on decreasing. If we move from left to right in the periodic table in the same period, due to nuclear force of attraction increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Nuclear force of attraction, nuclear force increase ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್? ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೈಕೋಮೀಟರ್ನ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ? 2 picometer ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ. ನಾವು ಈ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಹಿಯರ್ nucleus, first energy level, second energy level, third energy level. Here ಎರಡೇ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ 2 picometer ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ. ಈಗ how many energy levels are there? 3 energy level. What is the distance? 3 picometer. This if we move from top to bottom, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ದ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್, ನಾವು ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಮೂವ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ increases. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್, ಎನರ್ಜಿ cells are increasing, that's why the atomic radius also increasing. Atomic radius also increasing. So now if we move, remember atomic radius means what? Is the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbital electrons or orbital electrons. outermost orbital electrons ku center of the nucleus ku madhyadalli ಎಷ್ಟು distance ಇರುತ್ತೋ that is called atomic radius. That is called atomic radius. But this atomic radius very difficult to identify for single atom. ಒಂದೇ atom ಕು atomic radius identify ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿಯೇ there is another way the atomic radius is identified, that is effective atomic radius. That is we called as effective atomic radii or radius. We are not calculating the atomic radius, we are calculating the effective atomic radius. Yakandre energy position of the electrons is not easily identified, it is unknown, that's why we are identifying the effective atomic radius. Remember the 2 points. Suppose if we move left to right in the periodic table, what happens to the atomic radius? Decreases. Why it decreases? Number of proton and electron, it goes on increasing in period. So nuclear force of attraction between positive and negative charge increases. That's why atomic radius decreases in the period and increases in the groups. Atomic radius increases in the group atomic radius decreases in the periods. These 2 points you remember, we will be studying about S block and P block, there also it will be coming, that time you can remember. Clear? So now the next it is the atomic radius, we cannot calculate it for the single atom because position of electron is unknown. So we are going for the effective atomic radius. Atomic radius are 2 types. Atomic radius are 2 types. See, one atom, another atom, this is nucleus, this also nucleus. Now it is the distance between the center of the one atom to center of the another atom. This distance divided by 2. So half of this distance, this is one atomic radius, this is another atomic radius. The total distance between the two atom, ಎರಡು atom touch ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಆಗಿದೆ. That means this is called bonded atom. This is called as a bonded atom. Here half of the distance, see one more. Now this is one, so the atomic radius classified into 2 types. Atomic radius classified into 2 types. One is called as covalent atomic radius. Covalent atomic radius. Covalent atomic radius. Second one is called as van der Waals atomic radius. Covalent atomic radius and van der Waals atomic radius. So atomic radius are 2 types. One is covalent atomic radius, both are effective atomic radius. The effective atomic radius classified into 2 types. One is covalent atomic radius, second is a van der Waals atomic radius. Both comes with these diagrams. So now this is called as, here both atoms are touching each other. Both the atoms are touching each other. So half of the distance between the nucleus of, center of the nucleus of one atom to other atom is called as covalent atomic radius. This is called as covalent atomic radius. This one is called as covalent atomic radius. Now you see this, here also center of both the atom are touching each other, bonded atoms. This is bonded, this is bonded, this is bonded. If they take the distance, find out the distance, for that half of the distance we have to identify. This is called as covalent atomic radius, and here you go for it, half of the distance. This also covalent, this also covalent atomic radius, covalent atomic radius. Then what is called van der Waals atomic radius? So now what is covalent atomic radius? Half of the distance between the 2 bonded atoms. Half of the distance between the center of the nucleus of the 2 bonded atoms is called, 2 bonded atoms is called covalent atomic radius. Now we see here I'll put a dotted lines. This atom and this atom is non-bonded atoms. The two atoms are non-bonded atoms. So this atom here, the distance, here C, the distance you calculate, find out from the center of the nucleus of one atom to the center of the nucleus of the another atom of non-bonded. ಎರಡು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್. ಇದರ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then it is called as van der Waals atomic radius. Van der Waals atomic radius. So covalent atomic radius andre it is a effective atomic radius calculated between the two bonded atoms. Remember, two bonded atoms. This is bonded atom. Van der Waals atomic radius is the two non-bonded atoms. Two non-bonded atoms. So this is a covalent atomic radius is half of the distance between the nuclei of two bonded atoms. Half of the distance between the nuclei of two bonded atoms gives covalent atomic radius. Then half of the distance between the two non-bonded atoms is van der Waals atomic radius. See this diagram here. Here it is covalent atomic radius. This also covalent atomic radius. This also covalent atomic radius. But the van der Waals atomic radius is only this. Van der Waals atomic radius is only, it's half of the distance between the center of the nuclei of two non-bonded atoms. Two non-bonded atoms is called the van der Waals atomic radius. Van der Waals atomic radii. For examples, covalent radius of hydrogens. Covalent radius of hydrogens. Here if we write covalent radius of hydrogen. Covalent radius of hydrogens. Covalent radius of hydrogen is equal to bond length divided by 2. Bond length divided by 2. What is the bond length? It is 74. Bond length it is 74 by 2, that is equal to 37 picometer. Hydrogen means one hydrogen atom is connected with another hydrogen atom. So here center of the nucleus to center of the nucleus distance it is 74. So half of the distance between the nuclei of the center of the nuclei of the two bonded atom gives a covalent atomic radius. Two bonded atom gives covalent atomic radius. And in this next case, if it is another examples, covalent radius of chlorine. Covalent radius of chlorine. Covalent means bonded or non-bonded? Bonded. Both the atoms are connecting each other. Electronic clouds are touching each other. Electronic clouds touching means bonded. If electronic cloud is not touching, then it is non-bonded. That is non-bonded. So covalent radius of the chlorine, it is formula, it is bond length divided by 2. So it is 228 picometer divided by 2, it is 114 picometer is the atomic radius of the atomic radius of the chlorine. Atomic radius of the chlorine. Then what is called as metallic radius? What is called as metallic radius? So this you note it, and we'll go further. A small definition for the metallic radius. Suppose copper is available. If copper and copper connected means it is bonded. If copper and copper atom is not connected, it is a van der Waals. So now metallic radius. Metallic radius is the internuclear distance separating the metal cores in the metallic crystals. Metallic crystals. So metallic bond is a positively charged ion surrounded by sea of electron. That is called metallic bond. Positively charged ions surrounded by sea of electrons. SEA. Sea of electron is called metallic bond. So what is a metallic core arranged in a solid metals? The distance available metallic crystals is a internuclear distance. Metallic radius is the internuclear distance. Distance separating the metal cores in the metallic crystal. Separating metal cores in the metallic crystal. In the metallic crystal. That is a metallic radius. For examples, the distance between the copper atom. Consider this is one copper atom, this is another copper atom. The distance, solid copper is having the distance it is. You can consider it is a touched atoms also. The distance between the two copper atom, it is 256 picometer. 256 picometer. If the 256 picometer means, then atomic radius is 256 divided by 2, it is 128 picometer. Copper atom arranged in the solid crystal of copper, the inter distance is 256. That means two atoms are connected, bonded. Bonded means here touching each other. Electronic clouds are touching each other. The distance between the center of the nuclei of two copper is 256 picometer. Then what is atomic radius? Bond length divided by 2. So atomic radius is formula it is bond length divided by 2. Bond length divided by 2 gives, so it is 256 by 2, it is 128 picometer. That is atomic radius of the copper. That is a metallic radius. This is called as metallic radius. So covalent radius related with two bonded atoms, van der Waals atomic radius related with two non-bonded atoms, half of the distance. Half of the distance between the nuclei of the two non-bonded atom gives van der Waals radius. Half of the distance between the nuclei of two atoms of the bonded gives the covalent atomic radius. Covalent atomic radius. Next it is, I told already, atomic radius decreases in the period. When we move left to right in the periodic table, increases in the groups, because the energy levels or energy cells are increasing. Energy cells are increasing. Now the next it is ionic radius. Ionic radius, two types are available. Ionic radius, two types. When it will become ion, if atom loses the electron, it will become cation. If atom gains the electron, it will become anion. So atom ಒಂದೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎರಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ion ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, cation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If atom gains the electrons, then it will become the anion. Remember, so after losing the electron, ion losing electron gives cation, gaining electron gives anion. Suppose if your atom, cation means positively charged ion, anions means negatively charged ion. Now we have taken the atom here. Consider atom distance, atomic radius is some 2 picometer. Examples. Cationic radius here, atomic radius here, and anionic radius. This is anionic radius. Which radius is more than atomic radius? Which radius is less than atomic radius? Cationic radius is lesser than atomic radius. Cationic radius is lesser than atomic radius. Anionic radius is greater than atomic radius. Greater than atomic radius. Why cationic radius is lesser than atomic radius? Here I told it is a 2 picometer. Examples. For cationic radius it will be 1.8. Examples. And this will become some 2.5. That means anionic radius is greater than the atomic radius. Cationic radius is lesser than the atomic radius. What is the reason behind this? Cation means what? Atom. Consider it is having 5 protons and 5 electrons. One atom is having 5 electrons and 5 protons. Losing of electron is called oxidation. After losing the electron, atom will become cation. How many electrons will be there? How many electrons will be there? How many protons will be there? 5 protons will be there. But after losing 1 electron, only 4 electrons are available. If an atom is having atomic number 5, 5 indicates what? 5 protons and 5 electrons. After losing an electron, the electron number is decreasing, proton number is more. Proton where it is available? In the nucleus. Electron available in the outermost orbit. Proton available in the nucleus, electron available in the outermost orbit. Which number is more? Proton number is 5 and electron number is 4. So electron negative charge power is lesser. Positive charge power is more. What will happen? The nuclear force of attraction increases. If it is nuclear force of attraction increases, radius decreases. So nuclear force of attraction nuclear force of attraction increases, radius decreases. Cationic radius decreases. That's why cationic radius is lesser than the atomic radius. Cationic radius is lesser than the atomic radius. Now we will come to anionic radius. Same atom will take it. 5 atom with atomic number 5. One atom is having 5 electrons and 5 protons. Now the atom gains 1 electron. Atom gains electron. That means the new ion become anion. It is having only 5 positive charge, 6 negative charge. Fingers are only 5. Consider it is 6. Okay. Now the atom, or we will take it as a atom with atomic number 4. 4 means the atom is having 4 protons and 4 electrons. Now that same atom gains 1 electron. Only examples. Gains 1 electrons. Then proton number is 4. Electron number is 5. Electron is a negative charge. Negative charge power is more than the positive charge. That means nuclear force of attraction decreases, ionic radius increases. Nuclear force of attraction, nuclear force of attraction decreases, anionic radius increases. That's the reason why cationic radius are lesser than the atomic radius, why anionic radius are greater than the atomic radius. So atomic radius will be the same. If it is cation, after losing the electron, the cationic radius decreases due to increase in nuclear force of attraction. Nuclear force of attraction andre central layer positive charge ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಳಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆನಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪವರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್, the anionic radius greater than the atomic radius. Anionic radius is greater than the atomic radius. Anionic radius greater than the atomic radius. So examples for this. For examples, this you note it. This point you have to remember. So when ions will be formed after gaining electrons, atom will become ion plus electrons or minus electrons. If electron gains, atom will become ion. If electron under loss, atom will become ion. Now, so the atom will become ions. Ions are two types, cations and anions. Cations are positively charged and anions are negatively charged. Some examples for this. Now, sodium is having first energy level, second energy level nucleus, and the third energy level. Atomic number is 11. First energy level is having 2 electron, 8 electron and 1 electron. Sodium after losing 1 electrons, what happens? How many energy levels is there? 3 energy level is there. Third energy level ಎಷ್ಟು electron ಇದೆ? ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು electron. ಆ ಒಂದು electron ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If one electron under loss, one energy level is under loss. So, ಎರಡು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಪೈಕೋಮೀಟರ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, 3 ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಪೈಕೋಮೀಟರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲೇ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ the distance between the nucleus and electron clouds decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So there is a formation of sodium plus. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ electronic configuration 281, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ electronic configuration 280. one electronic configuration. So then the electrons, the distance ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 154 picometer ಇತ್ತು. After losing one electron, it is become the 95 picometer. It is become the 95 picometer. Almost 154 ಇಂದ 95 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 60 picometers under loss. ಇದು cation ಕ್ಕೆ examples for the cation. Next we go for the anion. Chlorine, you know, chlorine atom is having the electronic configuration of 2, 8 and 7. Atomic number it is 17. So 2, 8 and 7. What happens to the chlorine? Chlorine gains 1 electron. Here chlorine, sodium loses 1 electron. Here chlorine gains 1 electron. So 2, 8, 7. After gaining 1 electron, it is become chloride. It is anion. The electronic configuration become 2, 8. 8. Inert electronic configuration. ಇದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಯಾನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ 2, 8, 7 ಇತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 99 picometer. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಗೈನಿಂಗ್ 1 electrons, the chloride ion is having the distance of 181 picometer. 181 picometer. So we compare the atomic radius. Atomic radius kinda anionic radius is greater. Atomic radius of cation atom kinda cationic radius is lesser. Illi 154, illi 95, illi 99, illi 181 picometer. 181 picometer. Remember the same way. If it moves in the period, what will happen? Decreases. If we move down the groups, it increases. With this, we will close, and next we will go for the atomic size in the next.